How's it going, JDM crew? I'm sorry if the footage is a little bit unstable. Probably not the safest place to put the camera, but it's working, right? Hopefully you guys can hear me, it's not too noisy. You might notice that, oh wow, that sounds like an RB, right? Because it is. And we happen to be in a wagon, though, of all things. And for those of you guys that do know, yes, this is a Nissan Stagea, and it is the latest addition to the JDM EXPO inventory. And if you guys have been looking for a more original Stagea, well, we just got one, and I'm driving it. And it does have a couple of mods, though, but exterior, it's a Stagea. We don't have the R34 look like the other one, so if you guys are looking for something like that, that's very special. But you can always get one of these and you can put that on there, just so that we can hear what that engine sounds like. And the truck decides to go with me to get around this other slow guy, which is kind of funny. Pretty sure that sounds pretty good to you. I think the mic is able to pick that up. I guess we'll see. But yes, this is a wagon. I definitely like the layout of this. It's very comfortable. The previous owner did put R32 front seats. I believe these are from the GTR. So you actually sit a little bit lower, which is nice. Reasonably comfortable, I would say. We do have coilovers on here, which I would probably adjust a little bit more on the dampening force, but handles really well. We got NKs on there all around. We do have, I think the tires are a little bit smaller than the OEM ones because the RPM feels a little bit higher. I think there's like a 5% error on the speedometer from that, so you know whenever you put different wheels and tires on there. These are sportier tires though, so it's not like your run-of-the-mill passenger tires that you would be expecting on a wagon, let alone a GTR wagon. So this is a Stagea. This is an Autech version, the 260 RS. So it's what a lot of dreams are made of, especially if you wanted a functional cargo vehicle, but you know, didn't want to get something like a minivan. Definitely I'm more a fan of wagons anyways, so if you guys are too, you know what I'm talking about. It's very useful, plenty of cargo room, and better than SUVs and crossovers that are the common thing these days. I mean, this got way more room. I mean, if you think like an R33 is a boat, but you turned it into a wagon, you got a yacht. It's pretty fantastic. So about this, the interior is pretty much pretty standard here. We do have the original dash and the door panels. Rear seats are original. Fronts are the R32, like I was saying. We have a Wow Auto audio system here. I don't know about the speakers. As you can hear, pretty good whoosh there, you know, nothing too crazy though. So it's opened up pretty well from the front to the back. As for the tuning, we do have an FC Commander here. I am not sure what it's tuned to. It seems more OEM, but there's definitely more potential out of this, so I'm pretty sure they detuned it, so I wouldn't get into too much trouble. All in all, though, it's really a good time as a wagon. Very comfortable, that's for sure. I would highly recommend a wagon for most people. Even if you don't like it, it's still way more useful than a lot of those really, really clunky, you know, SUV. Well, SUVs depends, but I think a lot of the crossovers, you can all admit, could be a lot better than what we've got. So as you guys can see, it definitely picks up really well. Yeah, like the OEM suspension would probably be a lot softer. Definitely this has a lot more go, lot more, could be a little more comfortable, I guess I could say. But with the coilovers, what do you expect? It's designed to go, you know. Well, let's just fast forward over to the warehouse. I'll show you guys around, and you'll see the exterior on this is actually really, really, really nice. And Like, I believe most of it is original. I'm not sure if the body kit's original. It might be with the Autech edition, but hey, let's just fast forward and I'll show you guys around. And we'll hop into the engine bay so I could show you some of the mods that we got. Not too much, but there are a few, you know. Well, here we are going from the interior. As you can see, the dash is looking real good. Pretty good overall. There's a little scuff over there at the edge there you can kind of see. But overall, no cracks or any broken parts there. And here's the mileage real quick for you. It's a 163,744, so we adding another 10 kilometers or so on there. But yeah, you can see about 100,000 miles. So overall, real good there. And we have the FC Commander for your tuning needs. And we have a little digital readout motor there, which actually takes some of the other sensor information. So if you're looking for something a little bit more accurate, and it has a couple of different modes there. And we do have the WOW Auto audio system. So we do have some USB action there. And I'm not sure if the speakers are updated. It didn't have any information about that. We do have a couple of Razzo components like this shift knob. And also the little lamp there. So that's actually for a couple of different things you can set there for like RPM or anything like that. And that's this gizmo right here. So if you needed a shift light or something, it's programmable. And as you can tell though, the seat is a little bit different here. It's a R32 seat, I believe, from the GTR. And I'll step out here for a moment. Give you a better look at the one that I was sitting in, which you can tell is definitely different from the rear seats, which you can see here, different pattern. So they wanted something a little bit more sporty, so you go to that semi-bucket seat there. But as you can see, we got Nismo carpets back here. Interior's looking real nice and neat. No sag in the headliner. And you see the door panel over there and the one over here. It's a pretty nice pattern actually. Same with the front. Alright, so I'll just give you guys a quick walk around on the outside, and then I'll show the trunk area and the engine bay. So for those of you guys that haven't seen an original Stagea, here we go. I know you may have seen some of the ones that have had different Skyline front ends put on there, which is really cool in my opinion, but this is its original form. And as you can see, we do have some aftermarket wheels, looking pretty flush there. And you can see a little Autech badge right there. There's also one on the rear. Yeah, definitely has a really good stance. And you could see that curb appeal there. With a nice kit all around. And just to let you know, there are a couple of modifications. We'll jump into the engine bay here in just a second, but I wanted to show you the coolers here. We do have a oil cooler and a beefier inner cooler there. And let's hop into the engine bay here. Alright, and there we go, no hands, very magical. Got those hydraulics still working really good on both sides. Yeah, and it's actually got plenty of pressure, see, even going at halfway, so it definitely does a good job of holding. When I go up, actually holds, so very nice. And so here we go into the engine bay. There's a couple of modifications on there. I am not sure about the tune on this. It feels like it was detuned a little bit. Even though there's plenty of power, I am not sure what the full extent of that could be. For those of you guys wondering, first off, here's some numbers for you, and check out your favorite registry for all that goodness. And you can see right there behind the brake line. But anyways, as you can see, there are a couple of mods here. And it's definitely opened up on the intake and exhaust, so you can see we do have, I believe these are Apex. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the logo for Apex right there. The Apex air filters with this twin intake setup, which comes up and around over to the front mount intercooler right there. Cool down that charge, come up and around, and plenty of power getting jammed into the RB26. More boom out there through the turbos, spinning it up to get more intake air, but also the exhaust, as you may have remembered from earlier, has a really good tone, pretty free-flowing overall, so it's definitely working really well. And as you can see, we can see the tops of the coilovers there, so definitely everything's been beefed up quite a bit. You do have this oil catch can, so for the vapors coming out of the head there, just venting out a little bit. And we do have the oil filter down there. But as you can see though, other than the intake and exhaust and a couple of other things, the rest is pretty quiet. I mean, we do have a couple of electronics and a few gauges attached to this, so we can get some good information, but the tune is around stock. It's just opened up a little bit, but if you want to tune it up from there, this is an excellent platform to basically go to the moon with, so whatever your heart's desire. But yeah, that's it for here. I'll go hop into the trunk area so you guys can see a little bit of that. And as you can see, that pearl is still looking really good. Yeah, I was actually surprised that this was in pretty much very original shape with the main body area. Oh, here we go. Get that exhaust action for you. That was that nice tone that you guys were hearing earlier. Opened up real nicely there, so free flowing. Let's have a look back here. And as you can see, it's plenty of cargo space. I mean, you could probably put some 2x4s in there. Just put the seats down. I mean, this thing is just like, you can do everything with that. But yeah, we also have little cargo cover if you need that. But we also have access, like where those mount is for the coilovers. So if you need to adjust that, that's how you could reach them. And there we go. Yeah, actually the hydraulics are still pretty good on the rear as well as the hood. So very nice. Just a final walk through here. You know, forgot to point out earlier though that with these NK wheels, you can see right behind them are beautiful Brembos. So for those of you guys wanting the best in safety and stopping power, yep, you got those Brembos. And as you can also see, we don't have wheel spacers on here, so these are actually offset real flush and mounted on there real nice, so really good. Well, there you have it, crew. Thanks for stopping by again for another inventory video. And if you have any questions about this or any other vehicle, make sure to hit up our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com, and they can let you know whatever you want to know about the process or about this car, any cars. If you're looking for something in particular, they got you covered. Just let them know what you're looking for, and they could start the search. If we don't have it, we definitely know someone that does. So we definitely have a partnership with a lot of dealers across the country, and also we tend to talk to a lot of private sellers as well. So if you see a listing and you're having trouble translating, well, we got guys that can take care of that for you. So as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Another interesting example here. I mean, this is in its original form for the most part. A couple of mods here and there. I know some of you guys might be thinking about the Stagea as the Skyline wagon, which in essence it has like the soul of a Godzilla right here, but you know, this, especially the Autech version, some of the other ones might need a bit more work, but a lot of that stuff, if you guys are looking for a platform to swap, the prices are still pretty reasonable on it, which is really awesome. So we've had a lot of requests about the cars like this, and we're getting more of these, so definitely look forward to that. And definitely I enjoy the wagons a bit more, so I'll be telling you guys about these in the near future. So as we head into the warmer months, we're just getting through. Pretty surprised that we got a break in the rain though, but we're here in Japanese rain season. We're here getting through the Japanese rainy season and heading into the summer, so it's getting a bit more humid. But through the summer, we'll be definitely getting some of those, you know, adventure videos and a lot more inventory. And hopefully things will start opening up soon. You know, things are getting a little bit back to normal in some places, so it's still pretty rough elsewhere. So hope you guys are safe wherever you are in the world, and see you guys in the next one. Keep the JDM dreams alive.